What's up, everybody? Thank you again for joining us on another episode of Issa Kickback. This week, I'm joined by my co-host Marcellus Celicel. In this episode, we're going to be speaking on just those shifting points, those big shifts that we notice and are pivotal in our lives. Um,
Yeah.
we chose this topic because we're all approaching that big dirty 30 these
Hey.
next couple years. So just
Yep,
to
yep.
highlight how we got here and what's next in a sense. So with that said, I'm James,
I'm Marcellus.
and welcome to Issa Kickback.
Hey.
Celis, bro. So shifting shifting points in your life. Where do you think? So let's start with this maturity. When
Yeah.
did it finally click for you that you realized you were not as mature as you thought you were?
When I got arrested for the dumbest shit ever.
Is that the Western thing?
Uh, it was around the same time. That's what I'm saying. Like I was so stupid. I was on supervision and got arrested again while on supervision. Stupidest shit ever. And so of course being in college, I got my own place. I got a roommate. I'm bossing up in my mind, and yet here I am fucking up in reality. And I just had to like own my shit. Like who fucking gets arrested while on supervision? Luckily the judge was nice and like didn't throw me in jail, but that was fucking stupid as shit. So that's definitely a big moment.
Yeah, that would do it for me.
and
That would do it for me. I think.
and what makes it worse, I should have just called you and could have saved me like $900.
Was it the Western? Was it the what in Macomb?
So that's what like made me realize I'm stupid. Yeah, because like I said, I'm on supervision while in Macomb, and then I got arrested in Macomb.
Dang.
Yeah,
Man, that is a pivot.
yeah.
So you think that's when you realize I'm not as mature as I thought I was?
And that's when I realized I'm still very young. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah, I would say yeah, that would do it for me. I think my point came like super late in life, or not late in life, but later, probably a few
yeah.
years after that. It was when I became a father
So
and I had left Macomb, but Macomb was still I was leatherneck through and through. So
hey,
I realized I was immature still when I would have my friends over during the middle of the work week and we just get drunk in the middle of the week. Like my daughter's like didn't drink while my daughter was up. I would put her to sleep, but it'd be like a fucking Wednesday night or Thursday night and we'd be like getting tea. Like I gotta work in the morning. And then one day, I'm not that exact moment, but one day I was like, bro, what am I doing? Like, I'm
yeah.
sitting here, I'm telling my girl, like, I'm all these things, but I'm like, yo, are we drinking tonight on a Tuesday? So it was like, yeah, I'm not where I thought I was.
And sometimes it just clicks like that. Like you don't even realize it when it clicks, but it just happens like that.
Yeah. And that's what it was. I mean, so we hung out when I first moved back and everything. Like, you probably see a difference in who I am today.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, everybody knows Jay's got like 10 jobs, but just the fact that like one, and not just you, but I think and we're fortunate like that all of us kind of matured at the same time when it comes to like our kids and like slowing down the party life and slowing down going out and getting teed on a Tuesday. Maybe we'll wait till Saturday, like
Yeah.
it's just little things that like shows some type of maturity. It may not be the most mature in the room, but like we're slowly learning and processing that like, hey, we all gotta grow up sometimes, especially with little ones watching us.
Yeah. Now, do you think that's with the little ones watching us, do you think that's why we tend to focus so much on improving ourselves daily?
Yes. I mean, if we're being honest, yes. Which I don't know if that's a good thing because we still want to do that for ourselves, but at least speaking for myself, yeah, that's why I did.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I did it. It was just like,
Mm.
don't get me wrong. And you guys have heard this a million times, but I used to tell myself, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be this. But I was never putting the actions to it.
Right.
But, once that moment happened, it was just like, no, I really am going to. And so, yeah, out the mud. But
OT.
what are some um it's kind of cool how they differ because your experience was, I mean, and this alcohol was involved in both. So
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. I mean, it's Western. Come on, man. It's
no,
Western.
exactly, bro. Leatherneck Nation. That's so I think it's kind of crazy that those moments are the ones that kind of stick out to us the most in regards to maturity, or they both relate back to Macomb.
Yeah.
Uh, so what are some of the significant like transitions that you've experienced? Like graduating, like you said, you had your own place, so graduating, um,
So for
marriage,
me, yeah. So for me, graduation was like a week before my birthday.
lit.
Like I turned 18, and then like a week after my birthday, I had my first apartment. So
Dang.
everything happened within like a month, and then like less than a year, I was back in my mom's house for partying too hard, and I guess you just have to like learn how to be a man on your own sometimes, you know, like. And I didn't realize that like holy shit, I had to pay bills on time. I had to pay rent on the fifth, not the sixth, because if you pay on the sixth, it's a late fee. You gotta get groceries, not just some pizza. You gotta get like chicken breast and rice and some broccoli.
You can't live off ramen noodles?
I did at the time, but sometimes the stomach start to hurt after a while. You gotta get a little protein, a little
Nah, I'm
vegetables.
just fucking with you. I feel it.
I don't know. Well, just that type of mentality just had to slowly learn after time, and thank God I did because I don't know where I'd be if I still continue to live that life. Probably be fucking on somebody's couch still. It's it's a
Couch
trap.
surfing. Been there. Been there.
Facts. Facts.
I think my bad. First, I admire that you were able to go out on your own at 18.
I had a
I
roommate. I will say that I had a roommate, but yeah.
Yeah, but still no parent, dude. I If I didn't go to school, I probably would have like stayed in the crib. Like I would have hated every moment of it, but I probably wouldn't have left, to be honest. But there's nothing I look forward to most than leaving, you know?
See,
So, but it was like I knew I was so ill prepared, and I don't fault my parents because once I was out, I did, keep certain like the discipline from cleaning, the discipline from, do your homework first, which, that didn't last very long, but
at least
um
he tried. At least he
yeah,
tried.
yeah. So some of that discipline like that carried over. But yeah, 18, man. I can't believe that at 18 we get so much freedom. But see, it's like I don't know if we can blame anyone other than ourselves for not being prepared.
I think you can.
Let's talk about it.
I mean, and I hope this doesn't take offense to anyone who may hear this related to me, but there could have been more guidance. It could have been like, hey, because most parents, and not just mine, but most parents, when you turn 18, you got to start paying bills.
Oh, for real.
Why would I want to pay bills if nothing's changing for me in the house that you live in? You know what I mean? So like, of course I'm gonna move out and try it on my own. Where when my kids turn 18, hey, pay your bills like Netflix or something like that. You pay your own shit, but don't worry about rent. Don't worry about groceries. I'll handle that. You're still my child, you know. So like,
Yeah.
I think there could have been a little better support. Again, that's just my opinion.
No, I agree a little because, and here's why I agree. There was a study showing that most black parents are the ones that are like, all right, everything bills 18. Now, I never had that. My dad just wanted me to go to school. So it was just like take on heaps of debt, but go to school, you know? So it was pick your poison sort of
Yeah,
deal. But at the time, it doing what's best. Anyway, I agree, but it is majority of black parents that are like, okay, you pay bills. Now, I I do have peers of other ethnicities who pay bills while they're in high school to their parents.
yeah, it happens. Yeah,
Yeah, so it was just so it's so crazy how we spend so much time with each other. Like when you think about it, when you graduate high school, you spent more time with the dude next to you than you did a lot of your family members. It's
yeah,
so crazy.
yeah.
So crazy. But yeah, I guess to move on from that one because the high just graduating high school was probably huge. Graduating college was it would have been bigger for me if I had cared more. But I got my diploma in the mail. I didn't have a celebration. Didn't it was like because
I
I was
told
so
you, by the way.
huh?
I told you should have had something. By the way, I remember you getting your diploma in the mail, and I said you should do something. And you said, "Nah,
Yeah.
nah, Mr. Cool Guy, nah."
Nah,
See,
it was he said C. It so when I got my diploma, I tell people I was just locked in. Like I just wanted to work and make money and but I was like crazy depressed. Like
yeah.
like it was not good. I was crazy depressed when I got the diploma because it was just like all this for jobs I've been doing, but now they have to actually pay me to do those jobs. And it was like $5 difference, which, shit pay to shit pay is still shit pay. So it wasn't like life changing, but it was just so yeah, I was like severely depressed. That's why I didn't do anything. And I still like to this day, like I think I think you and maybe a few other people know I actually have my degree. I mean, like the podcast listeners know, like,
Yeah,
but if they were to ever see me or anything, like they wouldn't probably think that. But it just, yeah, I think you outside of like my blood family, I want to say it's like you and maybe a handful of people that know that
yeah.
care. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's not such a pivotal moment to me because it was just like, all right, I got this piece of paper. What's next? I was just locked in on work and stuff like that. So,
I
um,
kind of no, I feel that because it's the same thing for me. Because like I walked across the stage and that was it. You go get your diploma in the office. I didn't take any pictures with my cap and gown. You know, if you go to my grandma's house, all the grandkids have cap and gown pictures, except for me. I don't know. I was too busy being Marcellus. You know how it was back then.
yeah,
I was locked in, but on the wrong thing. You dig?
yeah, hell yeah. So I
Yeah.
guess so speaking on that, do you think they're not pivotal moments because they weren't celebrated with people?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Because I mean, if no one celebrates, does anyone care?
Yeah,
I mean,
good
that's
point.
how. Yeah, I mean, that's just how I look at it.
Yeah, good point.
and going back to the encouragement thing, no one encouraged me to do it. And sometimes, I mean, I admit it, I need that encouragement. Like I'll be honest, I like to work up to something, and if I'm not seeing the point, then why do it?
Nah, I feel that too. It's more challenging when you don't have someone like you can do it, you can achieve it. It's way more challenging. It's more challenging when you have people like telling you you can't too. So like I'm almost to that, and that's why I just like when I got my degree, not a lot of people knew I went back to get it because I would just rather not hear anything at all. Or be
Yeah,
disappointed. I feel like if I threw a celebration for that, it wouldn't be with people who would actually be happy for me. It would be people like looking at it like, oh, he's in now he has a shit ton of debt. Like,
yeah, yeah.
because I don't have a lot of close friends that have degrees or anything like that. So that's kind of why it was just like there's no point.
I mean, and that goes back to me being so hyped for you because I think you're like one of two of my friends that have a college degree.
Hey, exclusive.
Dang, OT. So,
um I guess just to move on to other things that have been monumental in our shift in life. And also, I want to drop this in here. This episode, we were supposed to do mixtapes, but I gotta be honest, I did not do my homework like I was supposed to. So I want to apologize to Marcellus on here. And that's why we kind of kept it real and straightforward, another heart to heart kind of conversation. Um, because reflection is good. I think reflection is great, actually. I reflect a lot and it helps me figure out what I want out of life. But we do want to get back to kind of having fun with it. So I do apologize because the mixtape one is going to be really good, and I look forward to shooting that with you, Marcellus. Uh,
it's gonna
but
be good.
I
It's
I
gonna,
wanted to say that because I know this comes off like we're not truly invested in this episode. It kind of feels like that right now. So, or it kind of feels like it's been said before, kind of thing.
yeah. But we'll
So I
get there.
kind of wanted to point that out.
We'll get there. Trust the process.
Facts. So I guess let me ask you this. Are there
What's
any
up?
moments that were not directly caused by you that are just monumental in your life?
Oh, shit. That's a good question. Shit. Seeing a man in prison.
Mm,
So like I should say every black kid, but most black people, they say go to jail by the age of 25. And we all see that movie, Boys in
or
the
dead.
Hood, or Don't Be a Menace. Not Don't Be a Menace. Yeah, Don't Be a Menace.
Yeah.
Uh, Seeing my mom's boyfriend at that time and like going out of town to a prison and like seeing him in handcuffs and not like county, like everybody knows about the county. It's not as bad.
Yeah.
Like going to prison, big ass walls, chains, and like there's guards, and it's like a scene out of a movie. And I remember thinking as a kid, like, holy shit, I'm one of those kids in that movie whose dad is in prison for whatever reason. And it just kind of clicked, like, man, I never want this to be me or my son to see me in this position.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a very painful moment that I don't think anyone knows about me because I don't talk about it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely,
No, that's heavy though. That's heavy.
yeah, yeah.
I
And
had
they had terrible snacks too. Don't ever go
these
to a prison for snacks. Women stop bringing your kids to prisons because it's boring. I went there twice and I hated it both times. It was fucking stupid. But yeah,
I
I
would
digress.
do you recall like the energy of the rooms? I know you
So
were young.
yeah, so you can't. like they can't sit side by side with you. You can only sit across. And I remember he had to like sneak a kiss. Like it had to be like really fast.
Yeah.
Like there was no like love. You know what I mean? Like it was an appointment. It was a doctor's appointment. It was a fucking
Damn.
appointment.
Damn.
And I just remember feeling all like one, I feel like my time was wasted because we're in Quincy. I think we had to go to is it my, what, I don't know what the fuck it is, but it was out of Quincy. So I feel like we came all the way here for an appointment that has nothing to do with me. And it was just, yeah. The energy is very low to answer your question.
Yeah. No, I feel like it was dreary and it was just like it was it sounds like a scene from a movie. Like you could write a fucking book on like that chapter alone. That's crazy. Like I started to envision like just a quiet ass room, people like whispering to talk. Damn, yeah, like straight out of a movie. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. And then like all the dudes, I mean, obviously they're inmates and they all wear the same shit. And it was weird.
Yeah.
And then you notice like how many partners were there and they weren't there. Like there's a
Mm.
so like it was my family, right? And like maybe two other ones. And like the rest was like a friend or like a mom. Like there was no like I said, there was no love in the room. It was
Yeah.
just yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I don't think I've visited a jail since I was a kid either. I haven't not been back to it as an adult.
I never been well. I mean, like I said, I got arrested, but not
Yeah.
to. I didn't go to jail, just to court. But yeah, that's about it.
Dang.
Have you ever been handcuffed? I know that's a straight question. Have you ever been handcuffed like by a police officer? What was that like? Because you're a calm guy. I wonder how like you reacted to that.
So one of the when you know your shit, like when you know they hate when you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've been handcuffed, I've been slammed on the ground, and I've been slammed on the car.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then
In prison.
a moment that like instantly comes back to my interaction with the cop is me and my friends were walking down Adams Street, the party street in Macomb, and we have a backpack, mixed liquor. And the cop goes, "What's in your bag?" And I was like, "Nothing." And he was like, "Come on, what's in your bag?" And one of my friends answered. I was like, "Are you a fucking idiot?" So my friend answered, and he was like, "Show me what's in your bag." So I show him, and he's like, "What's in here?" I was like, "It's just juice." And he's like, "Pour it out," because first they can't unless they suspect you of a crime. They can't go through your shit.
Right.
And at that where we were walking on campus. So we weren't doing anything like, and we weren't the only group of people walking with backpacks or anything like that. Um, my friends was like, just pour it out, just pour it out. Like we shouldn't have. Now this is broke college kid me. Like I'm not wasting my liquor because this guy
Are you
decided to
kidding
be an
me?
asshole tonight.
Are you kidding
So
me? I wish the fuck I would. No, I'm
you
sorry.
feel me? So he like starts threatening to arrest me for having it and underage drinking. I was like, I haven't drank tonight. And my friends like I don't remember everyone in that group, but they're like just pour it out, just pour it out. Ooh, ooh. I'm just like, bro, I am broke as shit. Like I don't want to waste this because this guy is just being a dick. And that's an incident that really comes to mind outside of one when I was a kid. This is the other one. We were at Berry Ann, me and my brother KJ, and these kids like they came over, they wanted to play, we didn't want to play with them. Or we did play with them and we beat them or something like that. And they started calling us the N words and shit like that, right?
Yeah,
So
shit, yeah.
yeah, so he's like does a drive by on his bicycle calling us the N word. So I ran and chased him. I push his ass and he hits a
Oh,
wall. and his dad comes down to the fucking park and like cusses us. Like we're kids, bro. Like we can't be older than like 9 or 10. Like
Wow.
cusses us out, threatens to beat us, says he's calling the cops to have us arrested. And we're just like, he started it. Like, and so we leave the park. He's like, you guys can't leave. I was like, don't fucking touch me. Like, don't touch us. So we leave. KJ forgets something. His glasses. He forgot his glasses. And these were a new pair of glasses.
God
He,
damn it, KJ.
and he was so bad about his glasses, bro. He would break them. I love that dude, but he's had more pair of glasses than any man ever needs in their lifetime. So we're like almost to the crib. He's like, I forgot my glasses. I was like, bro, like get them later. Like, do not go back for them. He's like, nah, my mom's gonna kill me if I lose another pair of glasses. So he goes back to Barry Ann and he gets arrested. But
Oh,
but he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. All he did,
yeah,
he was just with me. I pushed the kid.
yeah.
Um, so he goes back to Barry Ann and he gets arrested. Cops call his mom. He rides in the back of a cop car, all that shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he never. So he gets dropped off. Of course, my dad approaches me and he's like, "What happened?" And I was like, "Nothing." I was like, "Nothing." He's like, "Well, KJ didn't. I know you did something, but KJ didn't tell on you." I was like, "Okay." Because I guess his mom had called my dad and let him know that KJ never said anything, but they knew we were at the park together,
Yeah.
and the kid said KJ didn't do anything, so it was just so KJ got to ride. Like, I actually made a song about like yeah, that's my brother, but yeah,
Re-
but we were just shorties though.
Respect.
Yeah,
I,
that shit was so. I know KJ's been in cuffs, and I've avoided cuffs because KJ was in cuffs, and then just the other episodes was just I don't really want to talk about them, but it was just
yeah.
some bullshit,
I
dude.
was just curious about that, but yeah, we're saying.
He said you're a calm guy, and that's the thing. I am pretty rational, but like I know a little bit of my shit, so like I'm not finna just let you bully me into submission. Like no, I'm a let's test knowledge if we're gonna do this. If you're gonna stop me on some bullshit, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I've had cop like even in my place in Jacksonville, I've had cops walk over to my apartment, like, hey, we got to call this is going on. I was like, I'm sorry to hear that. Like, what can I help you with?
Yeah.
And then they would point out that, well, they said it was black people, and it was just like I was just like, okay, that's wonderful. Maybe you should go bother someone else. And my homie that I was with was like, just give me your ID, bro. I was like, I'm not giving him nothing. We didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I was like, he came on our property uninvited. Like, I didn't do that. I didn't call them. Like, we're in my garage. So yeah. So yeah.
The worst interaction dealing with police is with like white boys who like to talk back to the police. Boy, if you don't shut the fuck up.
Less
Look,
is more.
yeah, I don't know who did. Just my boy Matt, word of Matt. We did pull over for some dumb shit. He gives him permission to search the car. So I had to do that. Okay. I had like a pack of Rolos like just laying on the middle console. No weed, just Rolos. Oh, you guys are smoking weed tonight? No, we're smoking fucking weed. Search the car, get out. What are you stopping us for? We didn't do anything wrong. Just like going off on a cop. I'm like, boy, just relax. I got weed in my pocket. You're doing too much. So yeah, don't get arrested with white people.
I just, it's just different rule. They got different rules.
Well, he needs to learn ours because that's it. Almost got me caught.
I and that was back when like weed was illegal. So that is real.
That's what I'm saying. I said, bro. And then look, I had the cargo shorts, the underneath pocket. They ain't know about that.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, relax. And then you're gonna make them want to search me and like, come on now, relax.
Hell yeah. So
Well,
I guess go ahead.
But I wanted to ask you real quick, because you're a world traveler. Where is somewhere that impacted you based on like the city or like the people that was there that kind of shaped who you are today?
Antigua. I've been out of the country 3 times, and that place opened my eyes so much. And don't get me wrong, I'm a tourist, so I had a nice spot. I dabbled in the city and the community, but really it was like more vacation.
Uh,
And my brother, who I was visiting, he's like a mentor to me. I really do look up to him, and he's about the bag. He's about his bag, bro. So
for sure.
for traveling, it was my first time. Like, it's black. It's black. Like the white people, there's less white people. It's black there. So, and that was my first real time, like outside of like Chicago or St. Louis, maybe, where I
Yeah.
was around like a ton of black people for real, right?
Awesome.
So it was eye opening because I go there, I get this new food, like different foods. I got a passport. Like, you mentioned a passport to like 12-year-old me. I'm like, what the, like, I wouldn't even know what that type like that is. Like, I never saw me even flying on a plane, bro. That's how limited I was in belief. So
Right.
traveling to Antigua really opened my eyes because like now my brother has a restaurant out there. It's really dope. I've been out there 3 times. I've been out there for his wedding, 2 carnivals. That's where I was in August, this past August.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see the little snap. Well, it was
Yeah,
good, man.
yeah. So it was just eye opening, and there's just so much more to life than going out every night or going to the same clubs every weekend, or because it's
Facts.
imagine not going out for a month and saving that $60 for those months and being able to like go to Texas or go to Cal or go to Florida. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, $60, that's only $250 around there, but that's $250. Like, that's a flight. Like, so it's crazy. It's crazy.
For sure.
What about you? Any traveling experiences that kind of shaped
Uh,
how you view the world?
Definitely New York. I went to New York when I was like 15, 16.
Yo, okay, go ahead.
And so it's funny, like my whole family's from New York.
Word.
Yeah. And I never been there, but I ended up going there on a college trip. And I'm kind of glad I went on a college trip because, like you said, I'm a tourist, so like I'm staying in a hotel and
Yeah,
touristy shit. But like just to see like the different cultures and like different people,
yeah.
not the same face that knows me, is refreshing. And like eating different foods and like seeing birds come down next to you that I ain't never seen before.
Confident, not scared.
Yeah, like ready to attack me. And I was like, man, this is nice. Like they're not scared of me. I'm kind of scared of them, but like it's
And them New
look,
York pitches different.
bro. Okay, listen, and it'll be like 1,000 of them too. Is what. And then like we went to see Broadway. Like we saw a musical on Broadway. Like that's some fancy shit. I fell asleep, but it was nice. We saw the Blue Man Group. I don't know if you
Oh,
guys know what that is,
yeah, I know.
but they go hard there. They slap. And like I don't know, it felt success. Like I felt like money was attainable. I felt like you said, getting out of Quincy for a moment at least is just worth not going out for however long. It was just fucking beautiful, man. I gotta go back one day and actually see my family there, but that definitely New York.
Yeah,
And
nah.
California. I went to California once, so it was nice.
Oh yeah, I remember we talked about the Cali trip a few times.
Yeah.
New York is different though, because I'll say that too. Because you ever tried boba tea?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was my first time trying boba tea. Like the cultural, like, bro, it's so great. Like, I love New York. I loved my time there. So, but the cultural differences, I had boba tea. That was the first time I tried dragon fruit over in New York. Like,
It's
Like
yeah,
everything about it, bro. Like you said, I've been to Cali too, but like the energy is just so different. I was around a bunch of creatives, so I love that shit. But the energy was
bro.
just so different. It was so different.
And see, and while we was there, we was visiting colleges. I mean, that was the point of the trip was to like go see colleges and like see these big ass schools and all these like opportunities. It was
Yeah,
just it was just dope. Like we went to Syracuse and like NYU, a couple other small schools. It was lit. They
that
do up and down. I don't know if that program is still around, but up and down definitely snatch for that.
word. Well, we're running out of time, man. Thank you everyone for joining us for another episode of It's Kickback. With that said, I'm James,
Marcellus,
and it's Kickback.
God bless.
Peace.